Hello, everybody, and welcome to part 2 of how to tell a damn story and to see if you're any good and how to know. All of these questions will be answered by the end of this video. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? See, I'm Hitchcocking you. I'm building the suspense. I'm keeping you around. Do you see what's happening right now? So this is one of the best ways to do this. And this is, we're going to start with a spouse, okay? Your spouse, your husband, your wife, your long-term boyfriend or girlfriend, the person that you share a bed with and share bodily fluids with, okay? And bills with. This person, how they respond to how you talk to them is a very good indicator as to how good of a storyteller you are, okay? So, like I said in the last video, to just go around and start talking to people, this time, I want you to just focus without telling your spouse this. Now, if you're one of those people who watch my videos with their significant other, and you guys are just sitting on the couch, having nothing else to do, you guys just had dinner maybe someone's getting a foot rub or something like that, and you guys are just, oh, the dog's got to go out, oh no, and you guys are just sitting there like watching YouTube on the TV. Hi, hello everybody, welcome to my bedroom, okay? But if you're not watching this with your spouse, you could start doing this and it'll be like a fun thing. Your job is to start journaling how your significant other listens to you, okay? You have to actually have something to say. You can't just like go like, we're out of soap, gonna go to the store. Like, you have to have something to say. So when you go to the store, have an experience, have an adventure, and when you come back, tell your spouse about this adventure. See how they look at you. See their body language. When you're talking to them, you got to be facing them, okay? You got to face this person. Shoulders out, okay? Like you're looking at them, okay? And you're talking to them like I'm talking to you right now, okay? And you tell them the story. Use hands, okay? Use whatever you can to tell this person a story and see how invested they are. Look at their body language. And if they are not that invested in you, take notes on that afterwards. Go sit down and write about it. No, I had them until like I started going on to this one part of the story. Like I hit this one beat and they just seemed bored. Like I feel like that part was too long. Trim that fat. Do you see what I'm saying? Figure out how to tell a story to the person that hears you all the time. If you could get them hooked, you have a very good opportunity to tell really exciting stories to random strangers. Because here's the thing, strangers, for the most part, or people you're not super close to, will give you the benefit of the doubt. Your spouse is going to be the hardest critic you have, and not because they hate you, just because they feel like they could be real with you. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it sucks, but they also are trying to protect you. So if your spouse has ever said to you, don't quit your day job, like that was fun, but you know, like, they're not doing this to be shitty to you, even though it is very shitty and they need to not fucking do that. They do this to you because they think they're protecting you from like public failure. You see what I'm saying? So you have to get them on your side. And the only way you can do this is if they believe in your storytelling capabilities. Okay? So your job is to learn how to hook that person. They are your audience right now. Now, I'm not saying they are your audience with your actual work. They are your audience with your mouth, okay? You have to learn how to tell a story. For those of you who are single, think of the closest person to you, okay? And that person is going to be that person to you. Just for like the next few weeks until you like get them hooked, okay? And this might even be funner if you know of somebody who just absolutely cannot stand it when you tell them a story. Okay? That might even work more. So look into that. The other thing about your spouse, and this is the part that freaked everybody out when I said, if you want to know what kind of an artist you are or what kind of a writer you are, ask your spouse and they'll tell you. Like, how they feel about you is probably how you are. What I meant by this, now here's the thing. If you are talking about an ex, that doesn't count. They are an ex for a reason. So do not take their negative crap and put that on you. But what I'm saying is that your spouse knows your work ethic. Your spouse knows you inside and out. Your spouse knows what makes you tick. Your spouse knows how far you're willing to go to make your dreams happen. Okay? If your spouse doesn't know these things, that's a whole other relationship problem that you should probably be going to couples counseling for. Okay? But your spouse should know you horribly well, better than you know yourself. Okay? You have to be careful with how you word this, but try to ask them what they think about your art without asking them what they think of your art. Okay? So there are different ways to do this, but just try to like feel them out. Say like, and they're going to be nice when you say stuff like this, but say something like, oh, I'm filling out this resume thing and I have to talk about what I think my art is. Like, what do you think my art is? And just see what they say. Now, if you are afraid to talk to them about your art, ask them to talk about other things about you, like how you are as a person. Okay? Because if you are good at your art, the good parts of your personality should be coming out in your art. Do you see what I'm saying? So just try to listen to your spouse talking about you to other people. Now, here is the kicker. When you and your spouse get into a fight, okay, this is dangerous territory here. You might not want to take this advice, but when you and your spouse get into a fight and your spouse or significant other or whatever, they're not necessarily saying things to hurt you, but they're letting you know how you are. If they say these things, that could be a really good indicator about how you are. So if they say you don't listen to me, you might not be listening to criticism when you get criticized about your art. If they say, I feel like you put your needs before mine, how does that work out into your art? What do you put before your art? Like, do you put you before your art? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, think of what your spouse says about you in the heat of passion without being shitty, but just like what their complaints are about you. And see if those same complaints work out in your art, okay? If they say, your head is all over the place, you're super flighty, like you never finish anything around the house, da, 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 da. Go back and look at all the manuscripts that you've never finished. If they say, like, you're all over the place, go back and read one of your stories that the plot's going all over the place and no one knows what the fuck's going on. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, there are a lot of correlations between how we interact with the people closest to us and our art, because our art is closest to us. Do you see what I'm saying? So not everyone's going to want to do this. A lot of you probably aren't even going to believe any of the stuff that I'm talking about. But again, this is a theory that I'm working on and I'm processing it and I'm speaking it out loud in hopes that it makes more sense. And I think it has. It makes way more sense now than it did in my head when I was thinking about it. And hopefully, for those of you who were freaking out during my live stream, you're not too freaked out anymore, okay? Because this makes sense. You're like, oh, yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Like a lot of you are like, oh, shit, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad. But it should be fine. It should be fine. So let me know down below what you think. Where are the flaws in this plan? Okay? Have any of these things I'm talking about made sense? And you're like, oh my gosh, yeah, because the other day, blah, 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 blah. Let me know what that is. Leave that down in the comments below too, okay? Keep buying my books. You guys have been watching the videos. These chapbooks are only available until the end of the month. And then they are gonzo, okay? You can get the paperbacks. But again, if you want them right now, you have to just email me. IHateMattWall@gmail.com. I don't bite, guys. Just send me a freaking email. It's fine, okay? I know you're just used to pushing a button to buy stuff, but we're going to actually have to talk now, okay? So try that for right now. And then hopefully by next month, my store will be up and everything will be fine. Okay? Keep buying my books. Type hard, everybody. Join the crew down below. Click the join button. And if you join the Anarchy crew tier or higher, you get to come to the Tuesday night writing Zooms. That's fun, okay? We get to hang out. All the other tiers, you get the live streams every day, which I have to actually do right now because it is Friday still, okay? So, I will talk to you all later.